It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Washington Commanders and the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday night.
Mere feeds from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Alongside my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and this is a matchup, Brock, that we may see many, many times in the future of this league. A couple of rookie starters leading their offenses at quarterback.
And that really does make it a measuring stick game for both of them, Kate. Rookie quarterbacks in the draft, they're always linked to each other from the moment they're tabbed the starters in their first season. And then when you get to look across and you get to play, you know that both of them want to be the one who leads their guys to a win, because that's a victory that'll be talked about both for the rest of their rookie season and beyond.
Ball teed up, Austin Seibert down for the kick. And away we go at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. On the return, here's Ray McCloud. And this drive will start inside the 25. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. And leading them out is a master at overcoming adversity before and after being drafted 8th overall in 2024. Out of your alma mater, Washington, it's Michael Penix Jr.
One of the big advantages of Michael Penix coming into the league is it wasn't storybook in college. In fact, he got beat up in Bloomington. Everybody remembers the end at Washington, the runner-up for the Heisman, the national title game. But he took a beating. Injuries derailed many of his years back at Indiana. And I think because of that background, because of all that gets built through that adversity, he's more than ready for everything that comes his way in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Throwing from the pistol, Penix. Got him, man. It's London. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop. The rookie from Michigan, there that time. Second and 6 coming up here. From the shotgun, Penix. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Penix here from the gun. That's caught for the first. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Falcons will have a first. They sure are moving in early, Brock. Here's a new set of downs at the opposing 43. Penix now on 1st down. Pitts brings it in. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Second and 3 now. A handoff for Robinson, running right. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Penix working from the gun. Completes beyond the marker. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. That one gains 7. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. And that's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of gain.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Penix looking to pass. Won't get this complete to Pitts. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And the Falcons will have a first.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Working inside the red zone. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's brought down after a short gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Second down now, 7 to go. And again, it's Penix. And that one's going to hit the turf. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now hold on, everyone. There's a Commanders player shaken up after that play, and he's in need of some attention. So now on fourth down, the Falcons electing to send Younghoe Koo after the field goal. It's a 38-yard look here. The kick by Lutz is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. His return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Jaden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jaden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL. Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
Second down and 10. Daniels has him on the quick hitter. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Daniels finds him over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a first.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Again, Daniels to the air. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Daniels from the pistol. He's got Brown on the slant. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. He'll try left side out of the option. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Offense already looking like they're in mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32. Daniels on first down. He'll get this one to Brown. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. Second and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. Bails out of the pocket quick.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
On comes Austin Seibert and the Commanders' field goal unit to try this on 4th down. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. Pinheiro's kick is good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. McLeod now returning it. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Falcons taking the field for their 2nd drive. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
You know, Kate, most of the offenses I've been around love code words in the run game. And for draws, it's usually a D word, Denver, Dallas. Well, I'll tell you what else. Add a D word to the defense, because when you hit them with a draw like that, it puts doubt in their mind of how upfield they can get.
And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Jeremy Chin there on the stop. At the end of one, a field goal for each side, but no one has found the end zone just yet. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They'll begin the quarter with 3rd and 2. Short pass brought in. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Penix now. Buys time, rolling right. Now here he goes. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Here's Penix. Flushed out of the pocket. Ooh, he's calling his own number again. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Going right side, Robinson with it. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. It's a pickup of 11. And the Falcons will have a first.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Take a second quarter lead. Michael Penix Jr. the touchdown. Wow, Brock, hard to imagine a more effective play in their entire playbook for that particular spot right there.
You know, you get in this red zone, Kate, you want the ball in the hands of the guys you do trust the most to score. In a lot of cases, well, you trust your quarterback, and all he did was add to that trust.
Young Hui Koo on for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Back out run the Commanders for their second drive of the game. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And this one doesn't go far. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
It's just a nice little tester for the defense to gauge how well it can account for the quarterback when he decides to run it.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
That is some old school brutality. An offense close to a first down, a defense that knows there's a run headed right its way. In a battle of wills, the offense gets it done.
An option give to Robinson. And he's tackled for a short gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. From the 38. Throw complete to Eckler. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. Finds his target, Robinson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Complete. It's McLaurin. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Commanders will have a 1st. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. The Commanders looking for a score before halftime. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This throw is caught. Touchdown, Washington. This play gives us an excellent opportunity, Brock, to talk about how well he sees the field with the ball in his hands, because that was a big part of that touchdown.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's a handoff or it gets hauled in on a 30-yard throw. The instincts, that's what it is. Instincts with a capital I. And the best running backs in the game today, they've got to do it as a runner, and they got to do it as a receiver.
Austin Seibert on to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders tie things 10-10. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Here's Avery Williams on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch a breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. Here's Penix to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here. Penix now on first down. Got a man, it's London. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Falcons will have a first. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Penix on first down. Got a man, Robinson has it. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. And again, it's Penix. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get both feet down.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Penix here from the gun. And he sails that one over the end zone.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. From the shotgun, Penix. Forced out to his right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So now on 4th down, the Falcons electing to send Younghoe Koo after the field goal. This 42 yards from the right hash. And the kick by Lutz is good. And they've taken back the lead.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
To kick it away, here's Pinion. He fields it from the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Commanders and Brian Robinson Jr. running back on now. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 37. Able to hit Robinson. Complete. Continuing to move past the 45. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the gun, Daniels. Got a man, McCaffrey has it. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Again, Daniels to the air. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to tie us up just before halftime.
I know we see these kickers make kicks from this distance all the time, but it never ceases to be impressive. Everything's on the dot, and it's a big 3 points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. He'll throw it. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So we're at halftime in this Sunday night matchup. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Commander offense with the football first to begin quarter number 3. And they could take control in the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Second and 6 coming up here. A toss now to Robinson. Across the 45 and still going. And he's finally brought down just a yard shy of midfield. That play good for 17 and a first down.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's Daniels. That's McLaurin on the quick slant. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
I think one of my first welcome to the NFL moments, Kate, was my first rookie mini camp. And in the West Coast system, and Mike Holmgren, who taught like Bill Walsh, it wasn't just getting the completion, it was putting it right on the spot so the receiver could do damage like we just saw.
Daniels from the pistol. Completed over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Dumps it off to his running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And he gets this forward to the 19. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Putting a receiver in motion. Daniels throwing on 3rd. That's a catch. Looks like he's in bounds. Good effort, but still short of the 1st. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that gives them 1st and goal.
That's pretty impressive, Kate. I mean, to have the awareness, the body control to not just secure the ball, but to keep both feet down on the sideline.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Quick pass, right side, complete. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's 2nd and goal. Robinson. And he's in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take the lead right away in half number 2. Seibert now to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. McLeod now returning it. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. They find themselves trailing 20-13 after that score. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First and 10, around to Robinson. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. That's why they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
He's on the move. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Penix now to throw. Got a man. It's London.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east-to-west routes, just get that first down on these critical third down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short.
He's back to throw. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Second and 3 now. Now we're on with Robinson. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Man in motion, headed right. 3rd down to give to Robinson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. The Falcons ready for their next possession. They're coming off a 4th down try that didn't work in their favor. Let's see how that might affect the approach they take this time out. Robinson on the inside give. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
They go play action. Here's Penix. Into traffic, complete. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And the Falcons will have a first.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Penix now on 1st down. That one's complete to London. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On first down, here's Penix. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. That's the end of the third on Sunday night. It's Falcons football. A nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Now the give for Bijan. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down. Penix here from the gun. Look, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
As we're into the 4th quarter, we know this. We know that money down could not be any more important than right now. Both sides are certainly fatigued. You feel it in both their play. But battling through what's been a physical contest all game long, going to be the key here down the stretch.
So with the Falcons set to punt on 4th, on comes Bradley Pinion. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Commanders will go on offense. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And he's going to work his way up to the 19. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, you get that ball in your belly, baby. You got almost no time to process what the line's going to do. You better make your decision and hit it downhill. Excellent vision to find the opening and get things started well here on 1st down.
From the 19. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
So the ball on the midfield stripe now after that big play. It's 1st and 10. Daniels now. Dumped off to his running back. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Again, Daniels to the air. Short pass brought in. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Oh, he lost the football! And the Falcons scoop it out! And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, Kate, we talk about these wide receivers all the time and their incredible body control, but I'll say this: these pass rushers in this day and age, the body control they have to get home on these sacks, but more importantly, to create these strip sacks is so hard to do, and that is a master's class in how to take the ball away. Well done.
Now here come the Falcons on offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
2nd and 10 now. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. So now it's gonna be 3rd and long.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the shotgun, Penix escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now Daniels off the play action. That's McLaurin with a catch out left. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That one goes for 17. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Commanders feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. This is Robinson. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Staying with Robinson. And they take him down right along the 30. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. First and 10 now from the 30. Another carry for Robinson. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Robinson. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. A run here with Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the run. That's going to bring up 4th and 8. So big kick coming up for Austin Seibert. This is a 44-yard look from the right hash. Seibert's kick is up and good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. Penix on 1st down. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
2nd and 10, Penix to throw. And the coverage is too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw it. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, that's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Now to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the 2nd half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. So for Brock Huard, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders as we say goodbye from Atlanta.